Hello everyone, welcome to UNC Virtual class. I am Pragalin Saho, lecturer of Computer Science departments. Today I am going to discuss about one of very important core topic part of the computer graphics field, that's your aliasing and anti-aliasing concept. So here is a table of content which I will discuss in today's class. The first one is the concept about aliasing, and the second one is the introduction about anti-aliasing, and the third one is the anti-aliasing techniques through which all over the aliasing to be detected and that to be providing on the error free natures, how the users to be viewing all over the pictures in an accuracy format. So first to discuss about that's your concept about aliasing. So now the question arises, what is aliasing? The term aliasing to be initiated if any types of users, if any users to be needs for viewing any types of graphical object through the help of graphical devices. If the graphics to be very smooth in natures, but at the time of displaying, whenever that to be viewing above the part of monitor screen, it viewing all over the pictures and the gigabyte formats. That means here the pictures cannot be viewing as the realistic image to be provided for the viewing opens. So in this case the concept aliasing to be initiated. For example, suppose, as you know, suppose the user to be provided any types of graphical elements, suppose that's your straight lines. That means here the user to be needs for viewing all over the straight lines, whatever that to be provided by using the functionality components. That means here the programmers to be provides only all over the functionality mathematical concept how the straight lines to be produced. But when the straight line to be produced by the help of graphical devices, then it to be displaying all over the straight line pictures and gigabyte formats like your curve shape. That means the realistic straight line cannot be viewing upon the graphical devices. So in this case, how all over the pictures realistic images that to be converted on the format of gigabytes. In this case, the aliasing concept to be initiated. That means in computer graphics, the process by which smooth curves and other lines become gathered, the resolution of the graphics device or file is not high enough to represent a smooth curve. Smoothing and anti-aliasing technique can reduce the effect of aliasing. That means here the aliasing concept to be created when any types of realistic image you have to viewing up, but that realistic image cannot be displaying an accuracy way as the realistic image to be provided on the output screen. So in this case, whatever the gathered pictures to be created by the realistic images, that to be concept called as aliasing. So how the aliasing concept to be avoided? That means why the aliasing concept to be initiated? Because whenever we have to viewing any types of images elements by using your graphical devices, here the every graphical devices have resolution not same. That means if you have to viewing any large pictures, but the resolution of the graphical image devices that to be very low. So in this case some gathered to be occurs on the realistic images, and that gathered pictures to be called as aliasing. Okay, so that is to be aliasing. Now goes to the next concept, that's your anti-aliasing. So what is anti-aliasing? Anti-aliasing is a technique used in digital imaging to reduce the virtual image defect that occur when high resolution images are presented in a lower resolution output device like the monitor or printers. That means the anti-aliasing one types of protocols through which if the user to be needed for viewing all over the realistic images on low resolutions for providing an higher accuracy format in case of monitor screens, that to be possible by using your anti-aliasing. That means suppose the resolution of the graphical devices that to be very low, but whenever you have to viewing any types of pictures elements by using these graphical devices, in this case maybe that graphical elements to be requires high resolutions, but by using anti-aliasing techniques, if you have to needed for viewing all over the pictures on accuracy format for low resolutions without gathering, that to be possible by using your anti-aliasing concept. That means here anti-aliasing one type of protocol for viewing all over the realistic images as the programmers to be provided initially, that to be called as anti-aliasing. Okay, so now goes to the next concept, that's your before and after the anti-aliasing. That means here the pictures to be provided before the anti-aliasing. That means Suppose you have to provide it, initially you have to draw one type of circles, but due to low resolutions, when that pictures to be viewing, that to be normally looks like your Gagger shape. But whenever we have to using the anti-aliasing concept, in this case all over the high resolution data that to be converted on accuracy format as the anti-aliasing to be provided with the low resolutions, that means on accuracy format, because in this case whenever you have to draw the circles, here the radius of the circles in every arc part that not be equals. So how that to be provides accuracy pictures as the realistic the user to be provided is functions. So by using your anti-aliasing concept, you have to convert it all over the Gagger pictures on the normal accuracy pictures as the realistic image to be produced. So why it to be normally looks like your Gagger shape, like your rectangular box? As we know, whenever we have to draw any types of graphical elements by using graphical functions above the part of monitor screens through the graphical devices, every pictures to be consisting discrete number of pixel points, and each pixel point whenever that to be placed in between the above part of your monitor screens, in this case the pixel points to be looks like a rectangular box. That means here every pixel point that to be stored in between a block, that's to be called as rectangle box. When the resolution to be low, in this case some partial part of the rectangular box that to be viewing upon and some part that to be eliminated, so that whenever we have to viewing the pictures above the part of output screens through the graphical devices, here the picture to be looks like your Gagger shape. So that we have used the concept of anti-aliasing for avoiding all over the Gagger shape on the normal look like your realistic images produce. Okay, so that's your structure of before, that's your before the anti-aliasing, that's your after the anti-aliasing. The next concept, that's your what does anti-aliasing do. That means when the concept of anti-aliasing we have to provide it, how that to be performing their functions for creating one type of smooth images as the realistic images to be provided. Here the anti-aliasing makes these curves and slanting lines smooth again by adding slight discolorations to the edges of the lines or object and causing these jagged edges to blur and melt together. That means here all over the different types of jagged edges to be converted to another format as the realistic images to be required by consisting some slight discoloration mechanisms. That means here all over the gaggers that to be removed its subtitle colors by using its your average frequency length. So that is to be called as anti-aliasing functions. The next concept, that's your do we really need anti-aliasing? Yes. The anti-aliasing concept to be requires whenever we have to viewing any types of graphical images above the part of monitor screen by using any types of graphical devices. Why? Because as we know, whenever we have to viewing any types of graphical elements, here all over the output screens that have different in size. That means here maybe sometimes if you have to provide any types of pictorial elements that to be normally very large, but when that to be viewing upon the monitor screen, maybe the monitor screen to be looks like very small as compared to the images. So in this case, how all over the large images that to be fit the part of monitor screen where the all over the pictures to be viewing on our viewing on the accurate ways. So in this case we have used the concept of anti-aliasing. That means here the anti-aliasing concept to be provides how you have to adjusting all over the pictorial large pictorial elements in an accurate format in case of monitor screen, so that the anti-aliasing concept to be required for viewing all over the realistic images as the resolution of the monitor screen to be needed. Okay, so that's to be normally called as anti-aliasing concept. Now goes to the next concept, that's your anti-aliasing techniques. So what is anti-aliasing techniques? In general way, as we know, there have some methods or rules or regulations to be used in case of computer graphics through which all over the computer graphics devices to be work properly and viewing different types of information on the format of graphical elements. So in this case also that to be provides the anti-aliasing to be provides different types of methods and different types of rule for eliminating all over the gaggled elements or gaggled pictures elements from creating any types of realistic images. In general way that to be uses three techniques or three methods. So what are they? First, it to be provides one techniques that sure cost of image production. That means as we know the aliasing concept to be occurs whenever the low resolution to be provided but the graphical image resolution is very high. So in this case, if we have to increase the cost of the particular image production, then maybe the aliasing concept cannot be arrives. Okay, then now the second concept that to be provides another one, if we have to calculating all over the intensity of the images, then in this case maybe by acquiring the average intensity of the given images we have to draw in an accuracy format. And the third law, that's your by using your particular concept, that's your super scalar mechanisms. That means in this case, if we have to needed for increase the resolution format, increase the resolution of the image elements by converting all over the gathered elements on the format of actual figure, that to be also possible. Now to check what I described, it provides three rules. The first one is the as aliasing problems is due to low resolutions, so one easy solution is to increase the resolution. This increases the cost of image production. That means here it to be provides, if we have to increase the resolution of the given images, then the aliasing problem cannot be occurs, because as we know the aliasing problems to be occurs due to low resolutions. So the cost of image production to be increases. Now the second technique, that's your sampling, area sampling. That means here the image can be calculated by considering the intensity over the particular regions. This is called area sampling. That means only whatever the pictures that to be capturing, only by using the intensity of the given regions you have to calculated the given intensity. After that it viewing all over the pictures above the part of output screens. Now goes to the third rules, that sure the image is created at a high resolution and then digitally filtered. That means as we know the image to be created, suppose you have to create a large images, but at the time of executions the very low resolutions that to be provided the output screens. So here then it to be digitally filtered, and this method is called as super sampling or post filtering. So now to check how the increase of the cost of image production to be increases by increasing the low resolutions. Here we have to increasing the low resolution by using three methods. That means this method only lessens the problem cost 4 times memory and bandwidth and scan conversion of time. That means in case of increasing resolutions, here it to be provides. First we have to check how much memory to be occupied from the given images whatever we have to created by using different types of mathematical formula. So first it to be calculated all over the different types of attributes whatever we have to used in case of graphical elements. So it to be provides how much memory that to be requires. And in second concept that to be provides, in this case we have to check how much time that to be required for converting all over the mathematical formula in the format of graphicals, through which we have to calculate the given bandwidth. And by using these two parameters it to be increases the resolution of the particular graphical elements through which the particular images to be viewing its realistic images. That's the first rule. Then goes to the second concept, that's your anti-aliasing by using your area sampling. That means area sampling approach is simple, primitive with a box rather than spices. That's sure it required very primitive that have area, lines with 1 pixel width, and it also to be sometimes referred as pre-filtering. That means in case of anti-aliasing, whenever we have to scanning all over the particular pictorial elements above the output devices through the graphical elements, here all over the pictures to be viewing on the realistic format, first it to be check the some primitive box which is to be stored some number of pixel points. After that each pixel points to be rejoining by using the pre-filtering concept. Then it set the pixels according to the area covered by the thickened line. By using the thickened line, this is unweighted or sampling. That means in case of anti-aliasing area sampling that to be provides, first here we have to check where in which area the pictures to be normally created. Then we have to providing one lines that to be thickness in natures. Whatever the thickness natures of the line that to be consisting any pixel points, only this region of the thickness line elements to be detected, and by using this intensity all over the pictures to be viewing upon the particular output device, and that to be possible by using your area sampling. Now goes to the next concept, that's your anti-aliasing by using post filtering. That means it is otherwise also to be called as super sampling or post filtering. It is the process by which aliasing effect is graphics and reduced by increasing the frequency of the sampling grade and then averaging the result down. That means here the anti-aliasing post filtering concept to be provides first the graphical devices to be calculating the number of pixel points to be required for the pictures drawn up. After calculating all over the pixel points, it to be find out the frequency, average intensity of the given pixels. Then whatever the average pixel intensity that to be detected, by using this intensity all over the pictures to be sampling on the realistic image format as the programmers to be needed. But in this case there is no gagged points to be recovered. But in this case there is no gagged points to be occurs. But in general way, if the picture size is very vast and very large, in this case it to be provides there are two backwards points, there are two disadvantages points. So what are they? They are sure the first one is the drawback is that there is a technical and economical limit for the increasing the resolution of the virtual images. That means if any types of large images we have to needed viewing upon the graphical devices, if we have to increase the resolutions, if we have to increasing the resolution of the graphical images, so in this case maybe some problems to be occurs. That's your economical limit. That means here much more money to be required for the increasing the resolution of the particular graphic elements, for the graphics elements. That means as we know, the images whatever we have to created that to be high resolutions. So whenever we have to viewing that high resolution elements above the part of monitor screen, so monitor screen also to be requires different types of high levels economical any types of graphical devices. So that in that case money to be incurred much more. So that it to be provided there is a technical and economical limit. And the second negative points that sure, since the frequency of images can extend to infinity, it is just reducing aliasing by raising the Nyquist limit. That means here as it provides one technique, there is no gagged points to be occurs when any types of aliasing concept that to be converted on the format of aliasing, there is no gagged points that to be normally looks like your actual realistic images. So that in this case it to be provides all over the image frequency that to be expanded, that to be extended on the format of infinity nature. That means here the anti-aliasing concept to be provides one concept that's your superscalar mechanisms. If we have to sampling all over the graphical images, by using this superscalar mechanisms, there is no gagged points to be occurs, or there is no any types of elements or pixel points that to be hidden in natures. It only provides all over the accuracy format of the pictures. If that to be high resolutions, also that to be accurately flow and the low resolution graphical devices. So that in many times we have to use in realistic image view up above the part of monitor screen in any size by using the concept of superscalar anti-aliasing mechanisms. That means in general way on today's class we have to studying what is aliasing, why we have used the concept of anti-aliasing. In general way already I have to discuss aliasing concept to be initiated if we have to displaying any types of graphical images, that means any types of smooth graphical images above the part of output screen by using the graphical devices. If that cannot be viewed as the realistic format, it to be viewing on the format of curved shape or gagged shape. In this case the aliasing concept to be appears. So now the question arises, why we have used the anti-aliasing concept? The anti-aliasing concept looks like one types of protocols. That means by using these rules and regulation, when we have to embedding through the graphical devices, in this case all over the gagged shape of the given pictures that to be viewing on the realistic format due to high resolutions that to be possible by using your anti-aliasing concept. So on for today's class, that's all. If any doubt or conflict in your mind, then you can ask me with the help of comment box. That's all. Thank you.